Basically, the whole climate process has been a science-driven process, first of all. Basically, science said we had a problem, and then policy reacted to that. Now with loss and damage, we really have it the other way around. It has been out of the realization that science is behind always, but also out of the realization that there are impacts in the world and that many countries face these impacts already. There has been a policy discussion coming up called loss and damage. And what we try to achieve is now reconcile these two communities with this kind of conference. Have it really both ways, so that the policy level can express what kind of research needs are there, and articulate what is necessary to facilitate decision-making on loss and damage in the upcoming months and years. And secondly, also to really see how to contextualize loss and damage and to see what kind of research agendas fit into that and what research can actually say, because I think research can say a lot on it. It doesn't call it loss and damage necessarily, but I think that's really what the conference is about, first and foremost. We have like a dual purpose for this conference. And the one is, of course, policy-making processes as such. There's a lot going on. There are many meetings taking place, informal ones, formal ones. There's a decision-making point with the next climate summit end of the year, where people have to decide on institutional arrangements. And that's going to be a discussion. And I think a lot of new ideas need to be brought up in order to have these first to have the discussions and then also to decide. But really what we also need to do is we need to bring it together with other kinds of decision-making processes. We need to get out of the silo of the climate conference or climate crowd, so to say. There's, for example, the disaster risk management people also deciding on what to do next and how to internationally facilitate disaster risk reduction. There's a whole agenda around sustainable development, which needs to be renewed with a 2015 timeline, which also coincides with the kind of timelines we are looking at. So I think one way is really to drive that kind of discussions in this policy arenas. Secondly, I said it's about setting up the research agendas. And I think it's really now about all these people that we have here, creating new ideas about, for example, what kind of new matches between different disciplinaries we need, and also report back to the relevant scientific communities. One immediate action point, I think, is that many of these people are part of the IPCC process, and they can also kind of bring these new perspectives and new, say, of connections with like existing research into the relevant chapters.